Hey everybody, it's Nathan Selove with another edition of Autism Actually Speaking. Before I get started, I should probably address the microphone in the room. Yes, there is a microphone right here. Most of the time my microphone is outside of the shot, but today I recently got a new microphone and I wanted to see what it looks like and what it sounds like having it in the shot. But I'm definitely open to feedback, so let me know if you think that it looks better in the shot so that you can hear me better, or if it's better to just have it outside of the shot. Today's topic is one that I actually got requested to do a video on a few weeks ago, and I was a little bit hesitant to do it at the time because of the controversial nature of this subject. However, this is an activism channel, and by the very nature of activism, there is going to be resistance, which means we're going to have to step on some toes. So I'm sorry if this video makes you feel less about me, or if it pisses you off, but I'm not going to avoid topics just because I think they're going to be more or less popular. So with that being said, today I want to address some of the attacks that have been made against Greta Thunberg. Greta is a 16-year-old climate activist from Sweden who recently gave a very heartfelt speech to the United Nations about environmental activism. Now, a lot of the things that she talked about with regard to climate change were a bunch of basic facts that you would really only need a 6th grade education level to know to be true. However, due to the fact that a major contributing factor to climate change is the burning of fossil fuels, there are a lot of people that are making a lot of money off of fossil fuels that are trying to push talking points into the general discourse in order to discredit Greta. And one of the major attacks that keeps coming up is the use of her disability in order to discredit what she's saying. Regardless of how you personally feel is the best course of action to address climate change, one of our own is being attacked because of her disability. And we, as autism activists, cannot stand for that. There's this commentator named Michael Knowles who went on Fox News and basically called Greta a mentally ill Swedish child who was being exploited by her parents and by the international left. Now, a lot of people were outraged by this statement, but I feel like a lot of the outrage isn't bringing up the main discussion for why this is an incredibly problematic thing to say. It's not just that he called her mentally ill. It's not even that he used the term mentally ill as an insult. It's the fact that he used her disability in order to attack her credibility. And later in the clip, he pointed to the fact that she was autistic. The use of a person's disability in order to attack their credibility is a problem that many activists with disabilities constantly face, whether they're activists for disability rights specifically or activists for other things. And I've also seen people try to discredit her by basically doing the opposite, where they say that the only reason why she is given a platform is because of her disability, because people feel sorry for her or something like that. So you got people over here that say that she's not credible because she's autistic, and then you got people over here that says she's only considered credible because she's autistic. It is a lose-lose situation for disability activists. I've encountered this on my own channel before and also in my regular life, where I'm either inspiration porn or just not credible enough because I'm autistic. And the perfect response to these cowardly ad hominem attacks are basically exactly how Greta responds to them. She points out the fact that she views her Asperger's as a superpower that guides her activism. That she's passionate about what she believes in, not despite her being autistic, but because of it. The reason why autistics make such great activists is because when we find something that we're interested in, that we're passionate about, we dedicate our time to it, and we don't stop until we find some way to fix it. When someone tells us that there's no way to do something, we take that as a challenge. Ad hominems usually happen when you've run out of arguments that actually make sense. So if you want to argue with Greta, then by all means, make an argument. Make a factual argument, a logical argument, or a scientific argument. But don't attack her person and don't attack her autism. Well, that's today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this episode, please give it a like, a share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Check out some of my other stuff. And if you want to support me in other ways, support me on Patreon. In the meantime, if you have any questions or topics you'd like addressed, please leave them in the comments below or message me on my Facebook, also linked below. And remember, if you're a 16-year-old who knows more about environmental science than most politicians in the world, you might be autistic.